practice in the spring was they had to, take a step back and only be vocal because neither one of them were vocal naturally. So they got a chance to sit back and really focus on the things that I'm teaching, and because it comes a time like the summer whenever we can't, be around as much as coaches, and you got to depend on your leadership to make sure that the drill's being ran right out there on the field. So that was the blessing in disguise, man. They've done a great job with that. And they really stepped up during the spring even. I can tell you, I never saw Jordan or Niles up here without one or two of those guys under a wing, and just showing them the way. They know what it takes. Niles been in there and played, significant reps. Jordan played a little bit last year, and before he got hurt early on, and then came back late. So it was great to have those guys in that room to help teach those guys and lead those guys.
Was Jordan maybe slower to get back just by the nature of his?
You talking about during the season?
No, I'm just as far as getting cleared for.
He's been working just fine, man. He's been putting in the work and just doing those things that it takes. That's all you can do is what you can do. Control what you can, and that's what he's done.
Coach, we talked about GONE earlier, and you had an acronym for it. What does the letter G stand for?
GONE, grand.
Grand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So GONE is grand opportunity, new experience, and that's what it is for all these young guys. And because you want to talk about the guys that are gone, man, we'll miss those guys that are gone. So my acronym for GONE was grand opportunity, new experience. So this young group, man, they gotta get opportunity to gain experience so they can turn, potential into credentials and really get to work. And they've been focused and locked in on it. I'm looking forward to coaching this group.
If you're not a talkative guy, can you kind of absorb some of what Christian, Dexter, and even the other two guys up front brought to the table? Does that kind of maybe rub off on them to go, hey, here's how they did it, but I can force myself to become more of a vocal leader?
Well, I think you have to walk in your own two shoes and use your true gifts. So it was great for those guys to be behind, two of the better ones to ever do it here at Clemson, Christian and Dexter, and to learn from those guys and to see, because kids listen with their eyes, man. They got to watch them and see what they've done. And I just think that's gonna pay dividends down the road. But you definitely gotta, stick to your strengths. It's not going, and you got to step outside your comfort zone as well. And I think both of those guys have done a great job of that.
Coach, 2 of the last 3 national championships. How do you talk to your guys about handling pressure now that the expectations are so sky high?
Well, pressure doesn't exist when there's preparation present. So that's what I talk about, man. Is you prepare for it, man. All the outside people, let them feel the pressure. We're just going to prepare and take it one day at a time. And even break it down even smaller than that, one play at a time. And that's all we can do is control what we can control. And you eliminate the pressure, especially on a young group. You want to definitely not have them out there playing tight, man, and have them playing confident. And that's going to come with experience and opportunity.
You've gotten some national attention as a really good recruiter. What is it about you or your style that allows you to connect with these kids?
Well, I think it's the culture here at Clemson. I think the culture here, once you come to Clemson, you feel that culture, and the people make the place, and I'm just one of those people. Coach Sweeney, you get them around him, Clemson really sells itself, man, if you can get them on there. We're just all about relationships, and that's been something that I've hung my hat on since my days playing, man. I wanted to be a good teammate, and that's now I want to be one of the best staff members I can be, and I want to be the best coach I can be. You want to be the best at what you do, and building relationships is part of that, man. Getting guys to buy into what you're selling them, and to know that what you're selling them is how it is. It's not going to change up once you get them there. You're not going to recruit them one way and then get them here and be a totally different person. So being real is a big key, man, and we got some real dudes here on our staff, support staff, and our full staff, man. So that's what I would say.
You mentioned the staff embracing your culture, but it feels like the players are doing the same too. Heard of Coach just talked about guys wanting keys to get into, watch as much film as possible, or just be as involved in the summer. When you see that, how assuring is it that they are putting that prep work in, that they're not resting?
Man, I tell you, that's a coach's dream. You got guys coming in and you know, wanting to be great, because you make no mistake about it. Just because you hadn't had the opportunity to play, you know, a lot, doesn't mean you don't want to be great. Doesn't mean you weren't preparing. Doesn't mean you wasn't watching or paying attention to the things that we went over before the national championship game. I guarantee you, I got trust in my heart that if we had another guy go down, we would have plugged in another guy and he would have stepped up and played winning football, because that's the type of culture we have here. Coach Swinney, man, he holds everybody accountable, and just to your preparation, you know, preparing like you're gonna get in the game and earning that right, because we lead the country in, you know, players played per game. So, but we don't give that away. Those guys earn that, and they know that if they prepare the right way, they're gonna have an opportunity to go out on that field and shine.
You mentioned Jordan Dowd has played some, but we haven't seen him a ton. Just what kind of players are those guys?
Oh man, I just think you wait and see. I love everything that they bring to the table. They're not just run stoppers. They're not just pass rushers. They're a complete defensive lineman. They're going to be able to play first through third down and anything else that's demanded of them after that. So they're guys that can be in the game in long yardage situations, short yardage situations, and they got a pretty good handle on the game. And they're both still learning and getting better. Neither one of them knows it all, and they want to come to work and want to be coached. So I think that's great. I'm looking forward to this challenge with them.
How much did the group behind them grow when they were out this spring?
Oh man, they grew leaps and bounds. You just look at it from day 1 to day 15 at the spring game. Guys executing our plays, understanding why we do what we do, not just knowing what to do. So that's been a big key, man, in our execution over the years. Guys really understand what we're trying to get accomplished, and we're getting those guys, you know, stepping in that right direction to where they understand the why.
Todd, you've been through a bunch of camps as a player